at London's most important pieces of architecture. And I'm not talking about the Fabergé egg. I'm not talking about, you know what I'm talking about, that egg-shaped thing.
The gherkin.
That's the one.
Dude,
you know.
Easter on your mind and all these eggs. Come on.
Dude, you know I love my chocolate. We're not talking about any of those buildings. The most important thing we're looking at is the Londonification of that. It's the London Tunnel Run. What do you think, Matt?
Oh yes, most definitely, man. 100% best form of a car cruise.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how modified or standard your car is, any car can go, anyone can have a laugh.
That's true. Yeah.
Obviously, it is a very organised event. So you get directions and you get a map, but there's always one or quite a few that can't follow a map or simple instructions.
True.
But hopefully, you get through at least one tunnel. You all end up in the same place at the end of the night, and it is a massive laugh.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we've done enough talking, so it's time for us to get out of here.
See ya.
Where you going?
Most people would think that the only way to enjoy a modified car is by looking at them at shows or in a car park. They think that any moving activity in our world is illegal. Oh, the naivety. People, get on the website and you'll see what these events are all about. But for now, let us introduce you to one of the most fun activities in the industry. Generally, we love meets and cruises, but there's always one you love more than the other. Which are you? Oh, sorry to those outside the scene. It's probably better if I first explain a car cruise. A cruise is a holy event where a group of people meet in one location and then, usually taking the scenic route, travel to another. It seems simple, but you need to understand that it's not really about the location, it's more about the journey. There are many different types of cruises and different reasons for them, but one of our favourites is the MissBanzai London Tunnel Run. For people who might be a bit slow on the uptake, this is exactly what it says. Running through London tunnels with the car club MissBanzai. But don't just take my word for it. Let's talk to the organiser, Lisa.
Hi, my name's Lisa, or aka Bob Rabbit, and I'm from MissBanzai.com. We started MissBanzai in 2007. We basically decided that we'd all had enough of being in owners' clubs and being frowned upon because we didn't have modified or highly modified cars, or we didn't have the best looking cars or anything like that. So we basically started MissBanzai, and we basically have fun, we have a laugh, we've got a lot of like-minded people that are very into just they love their Japanese cars, but aside from that, they like to have fun and hang out, and that's what we do a lot. And yes, we don't, there's times we don't modify our cars, we've got standard cars, as long as you've got a Japanese car, that's basically the criteria of joining MissBanzai. We'll go to shows, there's been times we've been to shows where we don't wash our cars even and things. I actually went to Sandpod and purposely made my car a little bit more dirty than what it was, and it ended up in a magazine feature. So, hey, it's not all about having a clean car. Okay, the MissBanzai being a female-only club. Now, this started, obviously, when we first begun the club, because originally the club was run by myself and a couple of other females, and we felt that basically there wasn't enough out there for girls and their cars. Unfortunately, to this day, there's still not enough girls out there, and that's, I think, the biggest problem is we just didn't have enough girls to keep the club running. So basically, we just invite the boys along. We sort of said, yeah, it's a girls' club, but we let the boys in as well. And eventually, sort of over the years, it's become, we've dropped the tagline of being a girl-only club. We've kept the pink. Obviously, the lads that are part of MissBanzai are in touch with their feminine sides a little bit and stuff. So they wear the black and pink logo, and they don't seem to complain about it, so it can't be bad. We started our original tunnel run in 2007. We stole the idea actually from another club. There's a very high performance club that tends to hang around London quite a lot with a lot of very expensive cars. But we thought, hey, we can do this, let's give it a go. So we basically advertised on our forum, put a few words out to other forums and invited a few along with friends from other forums. We ended up meeting up at the O2 Arena. It was all very hush-hush because it wasn't very well organised. I say that because it was our first one. I think we ended up having about 50, 60 cars attend. At the time when we were organising it, we decided that we would raise some money for charity at the same time, because we go to a lot of meets and we hang around in the car park and then we go home again. So we thought this time, let's hang around in the car park and do a tunnel run and raise some money for charity at the same time. So we had an excellent reception, and all the people that attended really, really enjoyed it. And there was a lot of talk of when's the next one, when's the next one. So in total now, this will be our 10th tunnel run, and we normally do 2 a year. And yeah, it's just gone from strength to strength. I think our biggest attendance so far was 444 cars. So far to date, with this being our 10th tunnel run, we've raised approximately £25,000 for charity. Basically, every tunnel run that we do, we'll put out to the forum to see who, what charities, if people put forward charities. A lot of the charities that we do raise money for are very personal to the members and, who they raise money for. We raised our first one for the lymphoma charity because one of our members had actually been diagnosed with lymphoma. We've raised in the past money for lupus charity. Another one of our members has actually been diagnosed with lupus. We've also raised money for London Kidney Transplant Hospital because one of our main members has actually had a kidney transplant from that hospital. This particular, the 10th, I suppose you could call it the 10th anniversary tunnel run, is a very close one to my heart because this is being raised for the Brompton Hospital. That hospital treated my mum. Unfortunately, I lost her last year, but it's all going to a good cause. I've had a lot of communication with the hospital and things, and they're really chuffed with what we're doing and why we're doing it and things. And basically, whenever I've spoken to the charities, they're amazed at what we've done, how we've raised the money and everything else. They always include us in their weekly magazines or websites and things. They publish photos and have a little write-up. And yeah, it's always been the strangest way of raising money, but they've always been really, really grateful. So it makes it all worthwhile. contact with all the police forces. Obviously, we start in Arena Essex, so I am in contact with the Essex Police, the Metropolitan Police, and the City Police. I have to make phone calls, have a chat with them every time we run a tunnel run. But basically, I make them aware that this isn't a race, it's a run, and it's basically, we stick to the speed limits. On the maps that we give out, we make sure that they are aware that, you know, once they leave this arena, they have to stick to the rules of the road and abide by those rules. So, touch wood, to date, we actually have had a very, very good response from the police. I mean, we've had them pop down here on several occasions, and the guys on the gate who have been letting people in, they've come over, had a chat with them, and they basically just said, good job, you're doing well, and let us get on with it, really. Yeah, hopefully in the future we're hoping to go to a bigger, better location and, you know, getting more sponsorship. I guess my ideal would be is to possibly have a show that happens in an evening with a tunnel run attached to the end, and, you know, just hopefully getting it bigger and better. And I think the biggest thing for me is raising the money for charity. The more money we can raise, the better.
See, Matt, now that's what I'm talking about, real modified cars.
Most definitely.
Out there with friends, having fun, and making money for charity. Perfect.
Oh mate, the amount of money that they've raised for charity over the years is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, crazy. But we're going to go back to MissBanzai later on. Right now, we're going to have a look at our resident megamind, Professor D.
Today's subject is clutches. So he's going to go into single plates, triple plates, and if he does mention the word organic, he's not talking about the herb.
Hi, today we're going to talk about clutches. The purpose of a clutch is to engage and disengage drive from your engine to the rest of the car, i.e. your drivetrain. The three main components of a clutch is the flywheel, which is bolted to the crankshaft of the engine, the disc, and the pressure plate. The pressure plate is actuated by the clutch pedal, which as the pressure plate moves, it engages and disengages your clutch. Got your flywheel, got your pressure plate. These grip the disc. When the clutch pedal is pushed down, it disengages. When the clutch pedal is released, it engages, which takes up drive to your drivetrain. With the clutch being such an essential part of everyday driving, and especially in city type driving where the clutch is used all the time, this can cause excessive wear to the clutch disc, which is basically when the clutch disc wears down thin. As it wears down thin, it loses grip between the flywheel and the pressure plate. This causes the clutch to slip. This becomes obvious when trying to pull away. You feel the engine rev and the car doesn't accelerate. This is clutch slip.
Professor D.